Hey everybody, welcome back to Sky Factor 2.5. This will be my review episode for the stream, which was like yesterday, midday yesterday. So we had 2 people show up, so thanks you 2 guys that showed up. Everybody else, you should probably pay attention to this video, because we did, well, I didn't really do anything super important, except like I made a machine that makes ender cakes, even though I only need 1. I have like more than 10 now, and it's making about 8 a day. The other thing I did was automate the fluid cow system, so now I've got tons and tons and tons of metals from fluid cows, and it's running non-stop all the time, and I need to do a little bit of something to that real quick. Do a little bit of upgrades to it now that it's run for like a day and a half. Also, I haven't checked on the mob farm in a couple of days. I'm waiting to see something over there just break down and fail, and when I see it, then I will check it out. But it's been going on 2 days and I haven't looked at it yet. I haven't like checked any of the filters or anything like that, so we will do that. Actually, we'll start there. Let's do that real quick. So before, let's see. I think I showed this off. So the transfer node has a enchantable filter in it. So anything in this filing cabinet, this is the one for the bows, by the way. Anything in there that's a bow that you can enchant gets taken out and put into the loot recycler. I've got a bag and 646 points. Each bow only gives you 2 points, so there's been about 1,300, a little over 1,300 bows stuck in here, and the rest are enchanted. That's a lot of bows. Okay. These are very nearly full. I guess I can upgrade these 2 caches. This vacuum hopper was picking up a little bit of experience here and there, and I put it there because occasionally one of the mobs in here would suffocate inside the wall, like a spider or a skeleton or something would die of some other cause. I don't know, but I would walk up and there would be like bones or string or something laying inside. So this picks those up and puts it through the system. And it also is getting small amounts of experience from somewhere, because it had experience inside the little tank here, so I stuck that on there. Anyway, I've got 9 or 10, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 resonant tanks on there of experience, or mob essence. I will eventually use that. There's another 4,000 there. I'll eventually use it for an auto spawner, but I don't have a need to at the moment. Oh, there's pause and pause. There. Let's let the I'll let the vacuum hopper grab that, I guess. Maybe if it can get to it. Anyway, so it looks like there's nothing backed up in the system. That's good. 4,000 loot bags. Oh, that's bad. Okay, our Minicio Essence cache is totally full. I've got 10,000 Minicio Essence. This is the miscellaneous filing cabinet. It had a bunch of random stuff going into it. I'm trying to make sure it's nothing but mob heads and stuff like that. Looks like it's good because I have the filter on here. This is all the random stuff that was appearing in there. That's all filtered out into this chest, which is like a third full, a little less than half full. Sticks, iron, redstone, glowstone, some pink stuff, a couple stacks, or a little over a stack of chests, carrots, chicken, potatoes, sugar, all of the petals ever. Cool. We've got some more bacon and wild bags here. I'll just leave those alone. I moved the egg and feather cache here recently because every now and then a chicken, like a chicken jockey or whatever, shows up in there, so there's small amounts of chicken drops that appear. Couple of dimlets, some common treasure and uncommon treasure. Alright, so these Thumbcraft treasure bags I'm just manually moving over here. That's like a little over a day's worth, like a day and a half worth. Not total. The ones I moved in there just now are like a day and a half worth. So I'm gonna have to deal with those here in a minute. Where's the gunpowder? Right there. Somehow a gunpowder made it down here. Okay, dimlets I have a spot for, and these essence I have a place to put them for a quick second. That will take care of them. I'm going to take the 10,000 out of there in a second. Now, that's the auto cake, ender cake generator. I'll show that off here in a second. So when I made the end cake generator, I made an end cake. It's over here. It's reusable. You just have to right click on it with an Eye of Ender. Here's our dragon egg. I totally kicked the crap out of the dragon because I can fly and have a crossbow that kills it really fast. It gives me a bunch of experience. Of course, the egg, I had to leave and come back with a piston. Got the egg. We also got 39 draconium dust, the dragon heart, a epic shader grab bag, 4 Zavesio essence, 5 miniature yellow hearts, and I think that was it. There might have been like one more thing that I moved already, but I think that was it. Anyway, so I just plopped it down right there to show it off, and I'm gonna go ahead and open this shader grab bag. We got a sponsor shader, okay, and we will put that. Oh, we got another division sigil, I think. That's probably what it was. Anyway, let's I'm gonna sort this stuff. No, they were in here. There we go. Alright. Essence are coming along pretty good. So I wanted to upgrade this Zavesio furnace to the ultimate furnace. To do that I need 4 blocks of Zavesio. 4 Zavesio blocks, which is 36 of them. So I've been putting the extra essence in here. I've got 13 so far. This auto crafter is using the Master Infusion Stone to upgrade essences. So just anything I throw in there gets upgraded automatically. Let's go back over here real quick and take a few stacks of these. If I did my math right, I've got, well, more than enough now. I need 36 essences. I've got 146. Whoa, hello. I was holding shift there apparently. 146 stacks of these, so should be enough. Fast mode. That is a bit faster. Not that I need it. So somebody asked about when is the next live stream. While I was streaming, I got a comment on my channel about when is the next live stream. So let's see, the next live stream, it is currently 1:30 in the morning on Sunday, June 5th. So I think I'm gonna maybe stream tomorrow. So Monday, June 6th, at about noonish Central Time. Depends on my work schedule. I don't know it yet. I will know it tomorrow. Well, today, technically. I will know it sometime today, and I will let you guys know, because I don't know what my work days are for the week. So when I figure that out, I will come up with a plan for streaming again one day this week. That way you guys have more than a 2-day notification for when I'm going to be streaming, which will probably help out with the attendance. But anyway, well, there's 27. I'm just going to get the whole thing, like an inventory full, and just bring them, because this is ridiculous. Okay, that's my entire inventory. Let's throw that in. It broke. I gotta give it one space to move this stuff to. Alright. 31. 32. 33. Almost there. 34. Man, it takes a lot. Thought that might have done it, but nope. 35. 36. Got it. Alright. 4 is the VCO blocks. Pick our furnace up. Oh man. Are these used for anything else? Okay, facades. Mass the VCO blocks. So 9 of those makes one of those. Now I gotta know if that's used for anything. No. Okay, that would be cool though. Ultimate furnace. So the ultimate furnace crafts 100 items a second, and it makes 1,000 items with 1 piece of fuel, 1 piece of coal. So really, really super efficient and fast and stuff. So this one I might have to put item pipes in and out of here. At least out of there. Well, into it also, but I don't even know what I would cook in that. Maybe tons of stone and stuff? Not sure. Anyway, so quite a while ago, I actually switched out all of these random cobblestone and other blocks here with smooth stone slabs. I kind of failed to mention it because it was more just a cosmetic thing I did, and I didn't mention it at all. So, hey, look, I did this thing a while ago. I wanted to also... Okay, let's stop doing new stuff and review old stuff. So, I probably mentioned it before, but the Ender Cake, somebody mentioned in one of Poofy Panda Chris's episodes. He's one of my followers here, one of my subscribers. And I watched a few of his videos to just, check out what he's doing, see how he's progressing through the mod pack. And somebody in one of the comments of his videos said, hey, there's this Ender Cake and it lets you go to the end. And he said that it was probably a hassle to make, At least he remembered it being a hassle to make in a different mod pack or something like that. And Chris said, well, yeah, maybe in, like, you know, a far down the road episode, like a later episode. And so I jokingly was like, oh, hey, I'm going to be automating Ender cakes on my next episode. And he said, haha, yeah, you could probably do it. Well, I went to bed at this point, and then woke up the next morning, and I was like, you know what? What's the recipe? I bet I could do it. And it took me about an hour and a half of just constructing this massive random looking thing on the stream. And it works. It makes about 8 Ender cakes a day. There's 15 in there right now. And I will briefly explain this. So the recipe for the end cake is 2 vanilla cakes, 6 Hive Enders, and a golden apple. Each of these things you can make using only a 3x3 farming plot and an apple tree. And one of these farm spots I don't even need. I really only need 7, and I have 8. So, alright, 1 second, let me check. Alright. Just looking at the recording, make sure it's actually going. I forgot to look up earlier. Anyway, so everything in the recipe you can make. There's only 8 ingredients, technically. 7 you can grow in farm plots, and the 8th is an apple. Let me go over them real quick. So Eye of Ender is an Ender Pearl and Blaze Powder. The Ender Pearl, you can grow Ender Pearls with Enderman Essence. So I've got those right there. So every 9 of those makes 4 Ender Pearls. And then Blaze Powder, that you get from Blaze Rods, which you get from Blaze Essence. Those you can grow. They are right there in this corner. After that, we've got cakes. And you know cakes can be more or less grown. There's wheat, flour, whatever, sugar. That's from the sugar cane that's right there in the top middle. And then eggs you can actually get from chicken seeds, which I had growing for a while. They're right there. You do like a 3x3 of the essence, and you can make 9 eggs out of it. No, 3x3 to make 4 eggs. Anyway, you put them together to make the eggs. The wheat and sugar are growable, like I said. Then you got milk buckets, and this one I was kind of like, alright, this is gonna suck. I have to put a cow in a pen and milk it and whatever. But actually, the cow seeds, you just put 4 essence around a bucket, and it will give you a bucket of milk. So I've got that going here also. And then the golden apple, of course, just gold ingots and an apple. So you got gold essence right there. Those make gold ores. And the apples are growing on the tree right there. So the fruit picker picks those apples and sends them this way. Okay, so you know the whole planter harvester setup. That's going on here. The harvester puts the stuff in this box. The box then sorts everything out. So, obviously out this side, around back to the planter, we have all the seeds. So cow, gold, Enderman, blaze, the regular wheat, and then chicken seeds. All the seeds go out back to the planter. Now there's 2 crafter tier 3s here. I was going to only use 1, but there's a couple of levels of crafting that has to happen. So the first crafter gets sugarcane, blaze essence, chicken, cow, enderman, gold, and wheat. All those go into the first crafter. It gets the sugar canes, makes them into sugar, and sends them on external. And that's filtered out the back here. It gets the blaze essence and makes blaze rods. Those are sent outside to the external. It gets the chicken essence, make eggs, send them outside of itself. It gets the cow essence, makes buckets of milk and sends those out. There went one right there. It makes ender pearls from the ender essence, sends those out. It gets the gold essence to make gold ores, sends those out. And it gets the wheat, makes them in wheat flour, and sends that out. The last thing it does is make the end cake itself, and sends that out. Whenever it gets all the ingredients here to make the end cake, it will send that out. Now, the stuff that it sends out that's not the end cake, over here, sugar, wheat flour, a milk bucket, blaze rods, ender pearls, and eggs. Those go out here around to this other crafter. That one gets the blaze rods, breaks them down into powder, takes the blaze powder and the ender pearls that it got, makes the Eye of Enders. The blaze powder here goes back to the internal crafting slot, so they're sitting right there. It uses that plus the ender pearls it gets to make the Eye of Enders, sends those back up through this node to the top, back to the original crafting thing. This one also down here makes a cake out of all the ingredients that it got, and sends the cake and the milk buckets, because those go in the same spot. Sends all that back up to the top here, to the first crafter. It also takes the apples from over there, and the gold that it gets from over here, and makes golden apples, and sends those back up top to make the end cake. Now the gold takes its own path. So let's see, from up here, from the chest, the gold essence goes in here, gets crafted into ore. The ore goes out the front. Well, it's like the left, because that's the front. It goes out the left side here by itself to this redstone furnace, gets cooked, goes out the bottom, goes around here as ingots, makes into a golden apple, and then the golden apple comes back around. So it goes kind of in a loop like that. Anyway, so 3, 4, or 5, whatever step process here. All the parts end up back in the first crafter. It makes the end cake external. That goes out behind into this filter and up here into the chest. So there they are. Big, long, complicated process of layered crafting and waiting on things to grow. And there they are. The whole thing is running on the Tesseract. I made a couple of Tesseracts to send power from the lava fabricator, not fabricator, the magnetic dynamo thing set up over there. That sends power over here to it. It also sends power to the cow thing, which we will talk about here in a second. It's raining again. I also took a couple seconds to make a lot of these growth pulsers. I had them all the way around in all the slots, but I had to take one out to put this power line in because I originally didn't put power to it, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. Because when I put these things down, they still had power in them because I had used these for a tree farm before I changed the that island back there. It was a tree farm. So these machines came from there. The harvester planter over here, they still had power in them. So I set them up and they were working, and I was like, hey, cool, they're running. And then I thought about it and I was like, where are they getting power from? So set up the Tesseract, ran all the power lines, and this is a big complicated system of power management here also, but it had to be done this way. I could simplify it a little bit now that I'm looking at it. I could move this one back to there. Maybe. Anyway, I had to run all these pipes a crazy sort of way so that everything would fit the right way, and pipes wouldn't connect to each other. Like, there's this whole layer of covers right here to keep the crafting material pipe from merging with the seeds return pipe, and there's other covers all over the place to keep pipes from connecting to inventories they're not supposed to. But anyway, yeah, this whole thing took about an hour and a half to build and to get our first cake out of. which I immediately put down, tried to use, and then destroyed accidentally because I left-clicked and broke it. That doesn't sound right. I left-clicked and broke it. Yes, English. I think I was trying to say broke-did. I broked it. Anyway, I broke the thing. I was right-clicking on it, and I was like, okay, it's not working. And I was like, technically it's a cake, so maybe I have to be hungry first. So I ran around in a circle and jumped around a little bit and got my hunger bar to go down. Clicked some more. Nothing happened. Alex, let me see, where is he at? Alex Pilger, or Pilger, I'm not sure how to say it. He looked up the wiki thing and said, yeah, you just have to right click. It gives you like a hunger point back when you eat it and sends you to the end. And then he dug a little deeper and was like, oh hey, you have to click on it, you have to right click on it with an Eye of Ender. So I was like, oh, well, so I had to wait on a second cake, put down the second one. So the first one is gone and lost forever. The one that I have over there is the second one, and it is reusable because whenever you right click on it with an Eye of Ender, see this slice here, you can right click on it all day, doesn't do anything. When you right click on it with an Eye of Ender, it adds a slice of cake back to the cake. So it fills out to like here. Then you can right click on it and eat it, and it sends you back to the end. So that little piece of cake there is more or less a refillable container of teleport me to the end. So that's how that all worked out. I originally had this tree planted a little bit too close. I had it like here. Had to move it over so that it would grow because it was not liking the cover here. It was catching the floor. Anyway, so that is this whole thing more or less explained, and it is now totally useless because I only ever need one end cake, and even if I ever did need more than one, I've got 15 more. So hey Chris, come get your ender cakes. They are baked, hot, fresh, and ready for you. Anyway, I can move this. This is my project chest for that project. I forgot to show off this also. These are all the blocks that I got out of the house fort thing from the Deep Dark. This is all the colored stone bricks. So white, lime, light gray. There's a couple of purple bricks here I got. Those are the ones that torches are sitting on. So most of those are still in there. I just picked up a couple so I'd have them. Cyan, more cyan, black, more black. And then there were also colored wooden planks that are all up here next to the wooden plank stuff. There's all the different colors. There was considerably less wooden planks than there were stone blocks and bricks in the structure. So that's all of those. Same colors, including red and gray and pink. That's all of that. So, second project of the evening. It took me another couple of hours. I streamed for, I think, a good 4.5 hours. I was planning on going for longer, but everybody left. People had things to do, and I finished up my projects on my own. Talked to myself for a good hour or so at the end, and went on and did other things. So the second project was automate fluid cow into ingot production. So this entire whole setup here, this is all about the same, but I doubled up on a lot of stuff. So originally there was this casting table and tank setup, this one, these ones at the bottom. I alternated them with ones that are a step higher. So we've got that one, that one, that one. There's 6 more. So I went from 12 to 24. No, I went from 6 to 12 ingot production spots here. And I can add 2 more technically if I knock this fence down. I can add 2 more, 1 on each side. But I probably won't. This is enough stuff. Anyway, but I changed out the floor in here with covers. which I had to do from underneath because they're actually sitting on the same level as this pipe section is. They're the like bottom cover block for that pipe there. And they're all connected along the sides, going into this chest. This is where all the ingots go, and they're all being automatically produced. I have the system turned off right now because I'm waiting on each of these tanks to get a little bit of fluid in them so that I can reset these filters, because I want to upgrade these filters. But to set the filter, I have to have a bucket of the material to actually tell the filter what to do. Anyway, so here we have, let's see, we've got Bedrockium. We've got our Bedrockium cow. I think that's him right there. This one is Elementium, Pig Iron, Pocophinium, Silver, and Iron. That's one of our, those are our original ones. Over here we have Bronze, Ardite, Alumite, Shiny, so Platinum, Manilian, and Molten Enderium to make our Enderium ingots. So each of these ingots I'm producing a lot of. And of course, looking in here, you wouldn't know it. Looks like, okay, there's a little bit. No, this entire chest has been filled twice in a day and a half. But right now I've got the system turned off, like I said, so that these tanks will fill up a little bit. Wait, I need to actually turn off these. I need to take the casts out. Or, no, never mind. I can get it from the tanks here. Yeah, I'll do that later. I'll take the fluid out of those buffer tanks and put them here after I make the filters. Anyway, so here's what happens. I expanded the cow field here. It was this wide. That's a 9x6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's a 9x6. I expanded it to a 9x10. I was going to do a 10x10, but the extra one block to the side would make it not symmetrical, and that would probably bother me, so I just left it. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't really mess up anything. So, alright, so the whole deal is I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cows in here. Wait a minute. Which metal am I not making? I've got 12 slots and 9 cows. I think, oh, iron, Enderium. What was this guy? No, that's Enderium. I've got 3 of them over there and 1 over here. What am I not making? Platinum, iron, platinum, and something else. Not sure. Anyway, a couple of them aren't here. But, so, every so often, when these tick down, they milk everything in front of them in a 5x5, all the cows in a 5x5 area in front of the rancher. So, this 5x5 there is covered by this one, the 5x5 over there is covered by that one, the space in the middle is covered by both of them, so whichever one goes off first will get it. And I'm kind of liking that there's an overlap, so I don't have to worry about it missing out on one of them that's like walking between blocks or something. That little 5x5 there is covered by that rancher, and that corner is by that one over there. So when the cows get ranched, all the fluids go into here, kicked into the tank, out through the servos, out of all 4 of them, run down through these pipes and across here. These tanks pick up all of the miscellaneous fluids that I'm not using currently. This one is nearly full, the blue slime. I took that cow down because I've got plenty of this. The other useful ones are gelid cryotheum and energized glowstone. Those are taken down. I've got them stored. I've got a spot for a tank here if I need it. I've got the tank right there. There's also molten obsidian here. Took that one down. I can set this one up to make blocks, but I don't need it at the moment, so I'm just leaving it there. Anyway, so any of these fluids that get into the system will be made put into the tanks here. And like if a random cow spawns up there and it's any of these, I don't have to worry about it. Anything that's not those comes back up on the sides into the ingot casting tanks here. So the fluids will go into the tanks, be pulled out into the nodes, and automatically put into the cast, like we have the smeltery doing over there. It will do it here. The ingots get made, pulled out with the item nodes here, and sent over to the chest. So we've got bronze, bedrock, silver, and alumite waiting. Pig iron there. Manilian again. I think Manilian's also in this one. Yeah. And Elementium. Okay. So I will reset these filters. I'm going to upgrade them to the Resonant Ender ones, like the final tier ones. I don't know if that's going to make it any better or not. But I don't want to make these... I think these pipes are not the best. They can be upgraded. But I'll get around to that later. That'd be a whole lot of work. And I like these pipes because you can see through them. You can see the fluid flowing through them into the tanks and stuff. So that's why I use these. Anyway, this whole setup took me about the same time as the tree thing. Or the Ender Cake farm over there. It took about the same amount of time to put together. But it was more straightforward. It was a lot less of kind of standing around looking at it going, now what do I put here? Now where should I put this? How do I set the crafting recipes up so that they all work out and do what I want them to do, etc., etc. It was more or less just get the blocks, put the blocks down, you know, make sure it all works, and then carry on about my business. So it was a lot more blocks than that one over there. This one over here, I had to make a ton of nodes, more pipes, power lines, made another tesseract over here. Power comes this way also. So from over there to over here and over there. And that one over there will probably get turned off, just so that it's not using power, because I don't need that thing to be running all the time. But anyway, so all of these ingots can be turned into blocks, except for pig iron, and it was taking up a lot of space. So I made a cache for the pig iron blocks. There's almost 2,000 of them in this cache here. The other blocks that I made are in here. So a little bit of iron, because that's what was left in the system whenever I started it. I gotta find my iron cow and put him back in there. Her, it, whatever. I guess her, technically, because they're milking cows for fluids. Anyway, iron cow needs to go back in the pen. We've got almost three stacks of bedrockium blocks. Almost 3 stacks of ardite blocks. Almost 3 stacks of aluminum blocks. 3 stacks of platinum blocks, which I need to put the platinum cow back in there also. I might have to actually put more nodes or tanks on the sides of these ranchers, because whenever they trigger, whenever they go off, they milk all the cows in the 5x5 in front of them. So this one, if it went off right now, would milk like 4 things at once. At least 4, yeah, maybe 5. I don't know if it'll catch that guy. But it'll get 4 of them at once, and it can't put 4 different fluids in the internal tank. It can do one straight through to here and the other one in the internal slot, but it can't do the other 2, so it just kind of like doesn't get them until it cycles back around 400 ticks later and might catch the next ones. But then, you know, when those cows wander off somewhere, one of the other ones might grab them. If they kind of hang around for a while, that one will get the ones it missed the first time around.
So it's maybe a little bit inefficient, but it's working fine. It's doing plenty of work. Tons and tons and tons of metals. Elementium blocks, manilian blocks. I've got like 3 stacks of each of these blocks. Pocophinium, shiny, and iron. That's the 3 that need to go back in here, judging by what I'm missing. The ones I don't have tons of. Anyway, so that's that. Let's check up on this. Did I show this off before? Uh-oh. Oh, it caught back up again. Okay. I think I did tell... Yeah, I talked about this already, this whole system. So apparently, at some point in time, in the last day or so, it ran out of sand. I think it ran out of sandstone, because it's got a block of resonant ender in it right now. So when it ran out of sand, it didn't have any to put in here, and then the ender made it in here first and made a block, and then it didn't have anywhere to put the block, because I have a cache of endstone here. It's almost 10,000 in there. Wow. So let's pop that guy out. And it should pick up where it left off. Yep. More endstone that I know what to do with. So it is totally filled back up with sand now. That one is backed up. And this one is still working. Okay, cool. Yeah, it uses the sand faster than the system can keep up with it. Uh-oh. What is going on here? Uh-oh, we might have a problem. I need to check this more often. You know, now that I think about it, I mentioned this in the live stream. I was like, oh, hey, the lapis thing is almost full. We should probably upgrade that, and then didn't get around to it. And that was like 2 days ago. A day and a half ago. Yeah, that is totally full and backed up. My bad. Let's grab some Invar and fix this. And while we've got it out, we might as well go a couple of levels up. I'll do 2 upgrades on it. Wait. Is it... Okay, hardened and then that one. There we go. Now it should hold enough. 10,000 out of 160,000. Okay. There you go. It's pulling a stack at a time through here. 170 stacks and counting. 174, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stacks on stacks on stacks of lapis. And the coal and flint are getting there again. They're almost 75% of the way full. Which, if you're wondering how I keep doing the math for these, I'm just doing mental math. These hold 40,000, so every 10,000 is 25%, and it's almost at 30,000, so 3/4 of the way, 75%. The other ones hold 10,000, so every 100 is a percent. So 1,500 emeralds is 15.31%, and that's 16.51%. Just at a glance, it's easy to do. Okay, that looks like it resolved itself. We've got 12,582 lapis. Alright, anyway, so that's the review of the projects plus a couple other things. What else do I need to check up on? I already looked at this. That hasn't backed up too far yet. Checked on those. Farm. Mob system. Which is totally fine. That's not backed up or anything. All that is working perfectly fine. Yeah. Oh yeah, so the filing cabinet's disabled. So I made some resonant strong boxes for these just to check them out. They have about the same inventory space as a gold chest, if not exactly the same amount of space as a golden chest. So the iron chest upgrade route is better than the thermal expansion strongbox upgrade if you're looking for more storage space. But the strong boxes you can pick up with a the thermal expansion wrench, you can shift and right click and it'll pick up the chest and you can take it with you. So if you want mobility, like a giant carrying case for items, you can use the strong boxes. If you're looking for massive storage that you don't want to move, you can use the iron chest upgrade mod thing. So the iron armor is going in those, and then the weapons and tools are going to go in these boxes. So swords go up in the top. This is all the stone, iron, and gold swords, enchanted and unenchanted. They're all going right there. Let's see. There's the filter. Stone, iron, and gold swords. The next one is iron shovels, golden axes, and tree-throw choppers, or iron axes. Those all go in here. I'm going to have to combine a few of those. I'm getting a couple of them. Let's do this. And these I'm just combining and then melting them down in the smeltery. The shovels are almost a waste of time. Oh. Wait, what? I have all the casts I need. Oh, okay. I was making the ingot casts for that setup over there. And took the last one I needed from here and then didn't remake this one. So, there. I fixed it. And I need a fluid transfer node. Real quick. Got it. There we go. Fix that whole setup. Anyway, the iron tools and stuff I'm just putting in there. Let's put a few of these axes together. These like 99% broken ones. I'm getting quite a few less of those than I thought I would be getting. I thought I'd get a ton of them and have to worry about it overflowing, but they're not really showing up that much. Anyway, resonant ender blocks. That's Enderium. Oh, yeah, right. That's a different cow. So that cow there is the one that makes the blocks made out of resonant ender. No, that's those. Those are the ones that make a resonant ender, which is melted down ender pearls. That cow there is the one that makes the metal, the liquid metal that you make with like tin and a bucket of that stuff and some other junk. I forget off the top of my head. Anyway, that's the one that makes the metal type. That's why he's over here. Whenever I set that system up over there, I accidentally had that cow lumped in with those over there and was wondering why the system kept failing and stopping and, you know, just hanging up. It took me a minute to realize it's two different cows, and the fluid from one of them was making the entire system hang up because it couldn't add that fluid to the sandstone to make the end stone. So once I figured that out, and then it started running perfectly. Anyway, yeah, I get those mixed up occasionally, but that's the difference. One is a metal, one is not. And this, you can't break back down into anything. You can melt it back down into resonant ender, and that's it. It's just resonant ender storage. So, let's put that like right there. I'll melt it back down later and fix it. Anyway, so we're going on like 49-50 minutes for the episode. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. That's enough of a review, I guess. I was going to do this video a little bit earlier, but I had work, and then I went out and hung out with some people and stuff like that. Had a little bit of social time with some friends, and so it got pushed back slightly. But if you enjoyed the episode and previous episodes and want to see more, leave a like, tell your friends if they are interested in this kind of thing. Leave comments. I love seeing comments on my videos. I reply to almost all of them if they are replyable to. If you have any kind of questions, comments, whatever, just leave them in there. And I'll get back to them as soon as my phone or YouTube alerts me to the comment. Or whenever I wake up next, if I'm asleep at the time. Anyway, so, as always, until next episode, I will see you guys later. Have a good day.